Just listen to that wonderful, eerie silence. This is Klonoa, Phantasy Reverie Series, which is on the Switch, and basically it is a collection of 2 games. Yeah, there's some music. So you've got the first Klonoa here, Klonoa Door to Phantomile, I think that's how you pronounce that, and then the second one, Klonoa 2, which I haven't started playing yet, although I have got the original PS2 version, which I've played a wee bit of. And yeah, I wanted to do a gameplay of this. I am Swifto, by the way, I forgot to introduce myself, never mind. Here we are with the first Klonoa game. This is a remake of the original PS1 classic, which was already real released on the Wii back in 2008, I think it was. I think I'll just start a new game. Yeah, here's my previous save from when I tried to record this gameplay a couple hours ago and didn't do very well. So I'm going to try again. Maybe I should play in easy mode, because talking and playing at the same time is actually quite difficult. And I was saying in my original recording of this that, oh, this game is pretty laid back and easy. It's somewhat challenging, but not really all that challenging. That was a crap sentence. And then I just played really badly, so I wanted to try again. And there is a story to this. If you'd watched that cutscene, you'll see the story. Basically, there's a bad guy who wants to invade this lovely little land. We'll just skip this as well. Of Phantomile. I'm not sure pronunciation. But as you can see, it is kind of typical of PS1 era. Ah, damn, I screwed up already. PS1 era platformers, and that it sort of mixes some 2D elements with 3D elements, similar to the original Crash Bandicoot. This game came out in 1997, and I can get this guy, can't I? Basically, you play as this cute little cat character called Klonoa, and he's got a magic ring, which he's holding, you can see, and you can use that to get these enemies, and you can throw them at things, as you've already seen me do. I threw at the screen by accident. I keep doing this. I keep pressing the wrong buttons because I'm playing on the Switch. I'm used to PlayStation controls. Obviously, the Nintendo controls have the A and B, which is inversed, which really, I'm not getting the hang of this at all. Right, A is the wrong button. How do I jump again? B, of course, it's B. And down in B to throw the enemy down, which gives you a bit of a jump boost, I guess. These clocks act as checkpoints. One day I would like to see a sentence without a gap in the middle, but I just can't do it. Apart from that sentence which I just said there. Oh, I really want to get this gem. Come on. There we go. So yeah, look at that great detail in the background. Actually, I think that might be part of the stage. What's great about this game is stages often give you multiple paths. Usually you want to go on all the paths so you get all the collectible items and stuff. But I quite like that aspect of it. Just the game in general, I find, is Oh, it's one of those games that's sort of kid friendly. It's not... I'll just skip this as well. It's not like overly intense, it's sort of more laid back, happy-go-lucky, I guess, kind of atmosphere. God, I'm great at talking. Which god? I don't know. Buddha. Fuck it. At least Buddha makes some sort of sense. Let's not get political. Is that political? Theological? Oh, never mind. I sometimes ramble, as you can probably tell. If you've never seen any of my gameplays before. Not the best at playing games. Anyway. I just wanted to play this because I've been enjoying it. I didn't even know this was coming out. Oh no. I messed up. I was just looking for suggestions or ideas for people for Christmas, because you know, Christmas time, well, we're going religious again. People want ideas for you for Christmas presents, and I'm always like, I don't know, just I'd rather not bother with Christmas, but people insist on buying you presents, so I was just looking for things for people to buy, and then I saw this game. And I thought, oh, I didn't even realise they'd released this. So I didn't actually get this for Christmas. I got a few different games, well, a couple of different games. But I bought this with my Christmas money for £25, which I think is a great bargain, considering the original PS1 version of this game. The last time I looked on eBay, the cheapest price you could get for the original PS1 Klonoa was £130, which is ridiculous. And the PS2 version, I've noticed it has actually gone down in price, maybe since the release of this game. I don't know where I'm going now. Going round in circles. I think this is a dead end. We'll go down another path, there must be another path. But yeah, I paid a ridiculous amount for the second game, which is another great game, by the way. I'm not sure which one I prefer, the original PS1 game or the PS2 one. They're both great. And it's sort of sad that the Klonoa games are sort of rare and expensive, because I think it's, well, it's highly praised by a lot of people, but it's not a series that people really talk about an awful lot. But ever since I played the demo for Klonoa 2 many years ago, I've always been interested in getting into the series. And it was just last year that I got Klonoa 2 on the PS2. So I'm glad to have found this collection. Hopefully, if people buy enough of the Reverie series, then they'll make enough copies of it and it won't be another rare Klonoa game. Rare as in like hard to obtain, not rare as in the company that make all the Donkey Kong games and Banjo-Kazooie and stuff like that. Not that rare. But anyway, yeah. It's just a shame that a lot of people don't get to play the Klonoa games because of the price tag. But as I've already mentioned already, got this one for just £25, which is pretty good going. But the only criticism I have of this collection of two games is that it, as you can see, they've overhauled the graphics. If you're familiar with the original game, it doesn't really look like a PS1 game, does it? But I would like it if they gave you the option to play the original as it was intended. There is an option in the options menu that allows you to sort of pixelize the game to make it look a bit more like the PS1 game. But I honestly don't like it. It's just like a pixelized filter that it puts over the graphics, and it doesn't really look that great. So you're missing out on kind of part of the charm of the original. I have played a wee bit of the original on an emulator years ago, but even so, I think I haven't played enough of it, or really remember it enough to know the difference, but I don't think there's much of a difference gameplay wise. So you're basically getting the same original experience, it just looks a bit different. Okay, if you hit the eggs here, you can get all sorts of goodies from them, so that's good. And the Wii version as well has gone up in price. I think the last time I looked it was £50, which is just ridiculous. I think this review series is based on the Wii remake, although on the Wii one they updated the look of Klonoa to make him look more how he looks in the second game. I like how they've made him look more like his PS1 version in this version, as opposed to the Wii where he looked more like the PS2 version. I hope that isn't confusing people. I'm not good at explaining things, which is why I have aspirations to be a writer. Yeah, maybe I shouldn't be a writer. Anyway, I like to do just a brief look online about games when I do gameplays, and I was reading that apparently this game started out very differently. It was going to be about a robot character, and damn it, I'm great at hitting the enemies with my body. You're not... See, I did it again. You're not supposed to walk into them, mate. Stop doing it. These things are cute, but they're extremely annoying. They're like little puff balls with big ears. Make squeaky noises, but they've got the deadly spikes. They're just like women. Probably shouldn't say things like that. Anyway, yeah, originally it was going to be a different game. I think it was going to be a bit darker, and it was going to have a robot character. And sounds kind of cool, to be honest. But even so, I like this game for its sort of more cartoony, sort of happy vibes to it. It's a good game to play when you're feeling a bit depressed, as I usually do. It's sort of like you got the cheerful music and upbeat, colourful graphics and stuff. It always feel like putting in a good mood when I play this game. Unless I just randomly kill myself like that. I probably shouldn't have done that. Always remember, when you get near an edge, to jump. It's always helpful. And you can see there you can use these big floppy ears to float a little bit, which is nice and helpful sometimes. Can I hit this guy over here? No. Oh, he almost hit him. Right, I need to focus more. This is only like the second level, and I've died a couple of times now. Well, when I'm not talking and recording, it's a fairly laid back game. Has got a bit of challenge to it, but it's not overly intense challenge. So it's a good game to play when you just want to relax and have a fun time. Oh, have I gone round in a circle again? Oh no, this is right, okay. Sometimes it can be a bit confusing knowing where to go. Right, I see what you do. You get him and you knock this down. Or, oh right, just took a while. Can't say I've had much experience with the Klonoa games over the years, but definitely would say that I'm kind of a fan of them. Even though there's like 4 Klonoa games. There's this one, the second one. There's one on the Game Boy Advance which I've never even seen before, which I'd quite like to have a go on. And I think there's some strange volleyball game for the PS1, which I don't really have any interest in. So we're on our first boss here, and I immediately walk into him. Oh, why did I do that? This is sort of reminiscent of the giant Goomba from Mario 64, isn't it? But you have to get round behind him. Oh, come on. Wrong-go, wango. We need to wait for him to move, I think. Or do I wait for him to jump over me? That's it. There we go. Problem solving. That little colourful ball up there, the yellow and red stripy thing, is Joker, who's one of the villains. I think that's how you pronounce it. Again, I'm not sure about pronunciations of things, but I'll just say it like that. Oh, he's got rainbows. It's like Baragon with his rainbow power. If you've seen the Gamera films. Anyway. Boing. Easy. Alrighty. He just explodes because apparently he was made of TNT. As they do. Just you wait. I won't forget this. So I think the idea of this game is Phantomile is a land of dreams, and each of the levels they call visions, which is different areas basically. Do you know what I might do? I might just go back. I'll show you what this crappy filter thing looks like, so you can make it look more like the original PS1 game. Go into options here, yeah, here we go, pixel filter. See, it's just pixelated everything, but it doesn't look particularly nice. I'm going to try playing on my other game save. Yeah, see, it doesn't look nice, does it, when it's all pixelated. Obviously the original game would have been pixelated, but I think it looks nicer. Oh no, yeah, close. Not much of a dreamland, is it, if it's full of spikes and villains everywhere? I guess because it's been invaded by nightmares or whatever. Can't remember the exact story. Oh no, we missed a thing. Can I get that at least? Nope, I threw the enemy away by accident. You get coins and jigsaw pieces and all sorts of things to collect, and I think the gems work the same way as Mario coins. If you get 100 of them, you get an extra life. Could be wrong about that, but I think that's how that's working. Can we get this one at least? Yeah, we saved that little person. Whoever he is. I hate these enemies. You have to wait for their fire spin attack. Please don't hit me. It's gonna hit me. No. Oh, there we go. I accidentally hit the wall thing. Oh, what? What happened there? It just stopped. Do you know what I'm going to do actually? I'm going to turn this filter thing off because I don't like it. It's annoying me. But it's just an option you can do if you want to try and make it look more like the PS1 game. Like I say, I would prefer it, not just in this, but in any game compilation where they sort of remaster things. I always like it if they give you the option to play the original game. Like Zero Mission. Although admittedly with Zero Mission you have to complete the game before you're able to unlock the original NES version of Metroid. Oh no, there we go. So you see it's... ah, fuck. Try and avoid the spikes. Oh no, no, I can't fight against the current. Bloody hell. It would help us if I stopped pressing the wrong buttons. I kind of want to get the PS4 version of this so I can play it with normal buttons, because Nintendo controls just mess me up. I grew up with the PS1 and PS2. Why don't I just say PlayStation? Well, at least I got that save point. Guess I didn't really need that other one. Right, come on. Don't hit me. Oh, come on! Right, this time. Third time's the charm. Oh. Well, that's what happens when you die. Well, like I say, the game isn't particularly challenging, but if you're recording and talking at the same time, every game's a challenge. Or maybe that's just because I'm mentally ill. But hey ho, let's try this again. You got your spiky boy here. Avoid him. I think if we get these boulders here. Damn it. Down and B. I have to remind myself what the controls are. No, I'm 31, I'm getting on in age, I can't remember how to play games anymore. What am I going to be like in 10 years time? I don't know. Probably be dead. Anyway. Oh no. Well, I think Klonoa's going to be dead in a minute. Because I've messed up again. I didn't even mean to do that. Well, maybe I've played enough of the game to show you what it's all about and talked enough rambling nonsense. But we've got rid of that, whatever it is, that sort of strange pink stuff from Ghostbusters 2. We've got rid of it. Ah, so close to the door. Why didn't I press B? I pressed A instead. These controls. Alright, well that's a little bit of door to Phantomile on the Reverie Series, which is available on the Nintendo Switch, which is what I played it on, also on PS4, PS5, Xbox One, Series XS or whatever the fuck the new Xbox is called. Yeah, definitely give it a go, because the Klonoa series sort of underrated, I guess, and a wee bit, and maybe they'll make more if people buy it more, and it won't become another annoyingly rare game which I can't add to my collection because of scalpers. So, not scalpers, just people selling it at ridiculously overpriced games. But hey, that's retro collecting for you, never mind. Thank you very much for watching. I do apologise for rambling too much. Adios. Look at him there, trying to catch what's his face. Alright, bye.